Welcome back to Le Podcast de Philip. And today we're doing a deep dive into something that's pretty interesting and maybe a little bit scary too.
Yeah.
Just- Yeah. Like what jobs are going to be around in the next 30 years? Like, are there any jobs that AI just can't do?
hmm
For this deep dive, we've got some insights from ChatGPT and Perplexity AI. And then, of course, I'll throw in my own 2 cents about where I think things might be going. So yeah, if you're wondering if robots are going to take your job or if they might create a whole new job that you've never even thought of, then stick around.
Yeah, it's a question I think we're all kind of thinking about, especially as AI gets, more and more advanced.
Right. And it seems like both ChatGPT and Perplexity saying that jobs that really need you to understand human emotions are probably going to stick around. ChatGPT specifically said things like psychologists, therapists, social workers, all these jobs that rely on empathy and making judgments in tough situations. Those are going to be hard to automate.
Perplexity actually goes even further with that. It says that it's not just about understanding emotions, but also about being able to respond to them in a way that builds trust. So like teachers and nurses, where that human connection is so important, those could be really hard for AI to completely replace.
Yeah. And it's not just about emotions either.
Yeah.
Both of them mention creativity is another area where humans have a big advantage. Think about like artists, designers, musicians, writers. You need imagination for those kinds of jobs.
Yeah.
That kind of innovation that even the best algorithms just don't have yet, at least for now.
Right. AI can write a song or paint a picture, but there's something about the human experience that gives it that extra spark, that depth of feeling and originality that AI just hasn't figured out yet. And you know what's kind of funny? Both ChatGPT and Perplexity AI say that skilled trades could be harder to automate than we think.
Yeah, that's right. They both mentioned like plumbers, electricians, carpenters, jobs where you need to be good with your hands, solve problems on the spot in crazy situations,
Yeah.
be able to adapt. That's the key.
It seems like AI is still pretty bad at that kind of fine motor stuff and making decisions on the fly like that.
Yeah, and it's not even just the technical part of it. It's also the human side. Like a plumber who can calm down a stressed out homeowner or an electrician who can explain how the wiring works in a way that anyone can understand. Those people skills are tough for AI to copy.
Totally. And this is actually what you've been saying, Philip, about the value of skilled trades and how important that human element is.
I have, and I think it's something we forget about sometimes with all this tech stuff. There's a real art to working with your hands, solving problems in the real world, and making those personal connections.
It's cool how these three ideas, ChatGPT, Perplexity, and your own thoughts, Philip, all agree on this. That some human skills and qualities are going to be in high demand no matter how much AI takes over.
So even though we can't predict the future for sure, it seems like jobs that need empathy, ethical decision-making, adaptability, and hands-on skills, those are probably going to be okay.
But even in those fields, things are going to change a lot. AI might start doing certain tasks or helping us in ways we haven't even thought of yet.
Which brings up a good point. It's not about certain jobs being totally AI-proof.
Hmm.
It's more about learning the skills
Yeah.
and being the kind of person who can work with AI, not against it.
Exactly. The future isn't humans versus robots. It's humans and robots working together to get better results than either could alone.
I'm kind of excited about that future, actually. Imagine AI doing all the boring stuff, so we can focus on what we're good at, being creative, solving problems, building relationships.
A future where our human skills are made even better, not replaced by AI.
Yeah, it really is a crazy time to be alive, isn't it? Like we're right at the beginning of this huge tech revolution. I mean, it's exciting, but kind of scary at the same time, right?
Yeah, I totally agree. So much potential for good stuff, but also who knows what's really going to happen. It's really up to us to figure out this new world we're making, make sure we're using AI the right way and not losing what makes us human?
Well said. And that's what I like about doing these deep dives. We get to take a break from everyday life and really think about the big picture, look at different perspectives, and be critical about the world we're building.
For sure. And in the end, I think that's what's going to help us succeed in this new world, being open to learning, adapting, and being curious and optimistic about the unknown.
So to everyone listening, stay curious, stay engaged, and keep asking those big questions the future is up to us to make. And I think we can make a world where technology helps us instead of controlling us.
And if you want to keep talking about these ideas, make sure you subscribe to the Podcast de Philippe on YouTube and like this video. We'll be back with more deep dives into the future of work technology and what it means to be human.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep diving deep.